Here's the challenge. My friend had hundreds of PDF files he wanted to extract certain data from for his business. The problem was that those PDFs were all formatted slightly differently, and those formatting issues make it impossible to use code to go in and extract that data. And if you had a person looking at that, you're talking about the cost and time of manual entry. Enter Lex. Lex is an AI agent I designed specifically for this task to review PDF documents, identify the data that we want to extract, and extract that into a structured and consistent format that's useful for business. It's pretty fascinating to watch, so let's dive in and see Lex in action. This project starts with the data. If we go to this PDFs folder, I've loaded in 3 PDF responses, which are formatted slightly differently, so it's a perfect example for our use case. And in our code, we're going to process those files one at a time, and then we're going to cycle that same process through each file in that folder. So it could be 3 files, it could be 300 files, 3,000 files, it really doesn't matter. The first part of our code, we're going to extract all the text from the PDF. In the second part, we're going to isolate just one section we're working with for our example. It's the C1 section, and this is just going to narrow down the task we're giving to Lex. The next part of the code is actually prompting Lex with that data. So we're actually going to feed her first some example text, use this example text and resulting JSON extraction as your template. LLMs do really well when you give them an example of what you're looking for. So in this case, we're saying, here's what's gonna start like probably. Here's what we want it to look like at the end of the day. And we're gonna put Lex in the middle and let her do some smart translation, which is where she really shines, getting past those formatting issues. Then the final part of this code, we're actually going to prompt Lex to do the task. Extract JSON from the following text, match the format of the JSON extraction template. Here's the text. Lex is an AI agent built off of Meta's Llama 3.1 model, which I'm running locally, which means it's totally private, it's totally secure, and it's powerful, so it gets a good result. And she's gonna do the task and give us a response. This function just wraps those functions together to process a single PDF, and this last function just brings that function through each PDF in that file. So it can be 3 files, 300 files, it doesn't matter. Here's the example text we gave her in the example JSON, and you can see that it's structured, which is the key. So we can feed this result into a SQL database, or in this case, we're loading it into a pandas data frame, then exporting a CSV. It just makes the data so much easier to work with when it's organized and structured. So let's go ahead and run the code and see what she does. So she's processing the file from the survey response. Here's the extracted text that she's working with. And I can see just from looking at a bunch of these, that this is a perfect example. Is all this text mixed in here around the data we're looking for. So she's gonna have to translate and pick that text out in a pattern that wouldn't be easily recognizable with code. Lex says, I'm extracting the data now. Let's watch what she does. So here she is, she's extracted the data, and just taking a look here, let's see, state. Yeah, the data looks right, she nailed it so far, and now she's on to the next one. So here's the next entry. Lex is extracting the data. She's extracted the data already. Good structure. It looks right. I'd have to go back and double check this. You could actually have an AI agent double check this as well, which is what I'm going to do. Then processing the final entry. I've noticed that when I'm running a model locally, once she's done one task, the other tasks seem to go a lot faster. And there's the final entry there. So that's all complete. And let's see the resulting data that we got out of this. At the end of the day, this is what came out of the PDFs. It's a database. I actually had to produce a related database as well, but it's clean, it's organized, it's structured. We'd have to go and review and make sure that it's correct, but I've actually seen good performance. This model looks correct out of the gates. This is just so nice and so much easier to work with than those raw PDFs. Applying AI to problem solving like this is something that's very exciting and powerful for businesses, including my friend's business in this case. If you could use someone with AI skills like mine, or you think this is cool or know someone who could use this, please share this video, reach out to me, and thanks for checking out Lex.